Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan Hamilton. If you've been following me, you've probably seen that for the past couple of weeks, I've been working on a Far Cry 5 level, the Overgrown City level. And throughout the past 5 weeks, there have been some stuff that I've learned in the Far Cry 5 arcade editor that I want to share with you guys to hopefully minimize some confusion when going through. One of the things that I've learned was that I would go through and play other people's levels. It's like if we go through Open Arcade, we have all these options: solo, public, multiplayer, lobbies, and there's just a vast array of levels that have been created by a bunch of other talented people that put the time and effort into making these experiences such great levels. And one of the things was that I wanted to know was how they made their levels, what certain aspects assets they used, and how they just put it all together. But it was hard to tell, and this wasn't immediately apparent to me, which is surprising because it is such obvious. But I do want to show this to people. So there is a way to actually look at other players' levels. So if we go through, let's say we want to look at one of these levels, such as Night Cities. So what we would do is we would add to favorites, and then go all the way back. A bunch of backing out on that end. Go back to arcade. Now, if we open the arcade editor, we can see that there is the edit map option. And it brings us to this. Personally, when I got to this area, I would press back and it would bring me back to my levels. All here. But if we go through and list off our favorites, we can see there's a bunch of favorited maps that we can go through. And even one of them is the Night City. So we go through, we can actually edit that map. And it'll bring us to the editor with everything set up. And we can actually look through and see how the player, or the creator of the map, in this instance Ubisoft, how they did it and what they used, all the textures, all the assets, everything, even the enemies. And I will go through and talk about the next part that I wanted to teach, or not teach, but like show. So once it's loaded in, one of the biggest things that I immediately looked at was how they did their interior levels. And this became uh, interesting to see because it wasn't immediately obvious. So if we come over here, we can see that there's like some interior levels. If we go over here, there's much more stuff. Now, keep in mind, I'm not taking credit. This is not my level. This was made by someone else. I am strictly using it to show off for educational purposes. In no circumstance did I create or have any part in creating this level. Just wanted to throw that out there. So if we come over here, we can see there is a bunch of rooms that have been put together by some very talented individuals. You even come out here, and it's just it was a lot of fun to go through and play this level. But this is the part that I wanted to show, is that there is this entranceway with a bunch of rooms and all of that. But this was the part that kind of confused me because I wanted to know how they did it. Like, there is no set asset that allows the player to, or it allows any creators to put this here and then put all the set design in there. This was actually made by the creators, and I wanted to know how. So, I actually figured out how while playing through the editor for my level. And what they ended up doing was they used a wall, but not, or obviously they used walls, but not just the walls that their Far Cry gives. They used a lot of these ones down here. Go through long. There we go. They used a lot of these dynamic particle walls. Oh. Can't put that here. So I will grab one of the ones that they did. So here is one of those dynamic particle walls. As we saw, it had that weird texture. There we go. It will have like a lot of the this blocked out texture. It's basically like the default texture if you're using a game maker such as Unreal. And what you could do is when you click on that, you for Xbox you press X for object options, or whatever the equivalent to go to the object options menu is for PC or PlayStation. Go to the custom properties, and the only thing that's going to be there is the texture, and that you can do whatever texture you want. It's like roof, asphalt, shingle, roof, shingle, asphalt, and just there's a wide variety of textures that you could choose from, and then you could just use these walls to line them up and make like an interior room, or to make another building that the editor doesn't simply give to the creators. And you could use these to be as creative as you want. There's a lot of textures to choose from. As we can see, just simply scrolling, there's a lot. So these are the things that I wanted to show other people to help them if they were in the same position I was, with wanting to figure out how other more professional levels were made, all that, and wanted to see exactly the assets that were used and how they were put together to make their process of creating their own levels a lot easier on them. So that has been my tutorial. Thank you for watching.